I asked people to recommend me books they didn't like, and now I'm reading them. Book 15 in the Another Man's Trash Reading Challenge is Babel by R.F. Kuang. The author has said that you can pronounce this either way, Babel or Babel, but the audiobook says Babel, so that's what I'm going with. This is a historic fantasy epic that takes place in 1828 Britain, specifically Oxford. The story follows Robin Swift, who is Chinese and from Canton, but who was largely raised in London, after a mysterious professor takes him under his wing. His whole life in London was spent preparing to enroll at Oxford University's Royal Institute of Translation, or as is otherwise known, Babel. Robin eventually learns that Babel is the linchpin for the expansion of the British Empire, because it's not only the world's foremost center on translation, it's also the world's foremost center on magic. And when that empire threatens his homeland, Robin has to make a choice and reckon with the consequences. I have only read 70 pages of this so far, which puts me 14% of the way through. I am really, really enjoying it. I took a cue from one of you, and I'm actually immersive reading this one. I got the audiobook from Hoopla, so I've been listening to that as I've been reading it, and I think that that is really helping with both general comprehension as well as overall experience. Now let me level with you, because I do not feel smart enough to talk about this book with any level of depth, especially not this early on. But as I get deeper into the book and I get my feet under me a little bit more, I'll dive deeper, just so we can establish expectations. So for now, I think that this writing is absolutely gorgeous. The structure, the flow, all of it. It is very descriptive and detailed, but also Robin is more or less a linguist, so there's bound to be complex language, but it doesn't feel out of place. Plot-wise, I was hooked immediately. I was hooked as I was listening to the Before We Begin note that talks about the liberties that R.F. Kuang took when she was writing the alternate history for Oxford during this time period. Like, hook, line, and sinker, she had me right from the beginning. And the overall premise of this book is fucking fascinating. It was a little bit of a slower start, but there is definitely enough what the fuck do you mean to make me really excited to keep turning the pages. I was also invested in Robin, who again is the narrator, very, very early. Kid has not had an easy life, and there is no doubt in my mind that it is about to get a whole lot harder. So I am really, really looking forward to seeing how he changes and grows as we go through the rest of the story. The scale of the ethical conflict that he's about to find himself in the middle of is monumental for anybody, much less somebody as young as he is. So it's going to be really interesting to see how he navigates that and who he leans on as he does. So far, so good, which makes me really happy because I was so excited to land on this book and I want to like it so badly. I just have to keep hoping that it's going to continue to get better.